Welcome to High Infidelity, the best cheating videos on YouTube. If you enjoy this content, remember to subscribe and turn on notifications. Now let's get into the video.
I believe my girlfriend of 2 years has been cheating on me with her younger brother. I'm not sure how to go, so please bear with me. Here's some context. I'm 24 years old, and my girlfriend is also 24. We've been dating for 2 years, and she just moved in with me 8 months ago. Her younger brother is 16 years old. I didn't want to post this, but I'm at a loss for what to do and have no idea how to handle this scenario. This occurred around the time of Christmas last year. This is when I noticed my girlfriend was perhaps cheating on me with her younger sibling. My fiancé and I agreed to spend the night at her parents' place to celebrate Christmas with them. We went to see my relatives on Christmas Eve. I traveled 4 hours and arrived to my parents' house about 1 p.m. on Christmas Eve, where we spent a few hours. My girlfriend's parents lived 7 hours distant from mine. So we left my parents' place at 6 p.m., and I drove us to her parents' house. We arrived about 2 a.m., and I was weary from traveling all day. We went to her parents' home and into her old room, and I promptly fell asleep. However, I awoke 2 hours later at 4:30 a.m. because I needed to pee, and when I awoke, my girlfriend was not there. I didn't want to snoop about her parents' house looking for her, so I went to the restroom, which is across the hall from her parents' room. When I walked out, I noticed some unusual sounds coming from her parents' room. I could hear bed creaks and faint murmurs. In my thoughts, I was thinking, well, Mr. A is having an affair with Mrs. A. Mr. A and Mrs. A are my girlfriend's parents. However, on my way back to our room, I ran into Mr. A and asked him what he was up to. He said he was going to buy some water for Mrs. A. I asked him where they were sleeping now, since I assumed the bedroom across the bathroom was theirs. When my girlfriend moved out, her younger brother moved into their room, and my girlfriend's parents moved into his room and remodeled it to make it larger. I went back to sleep, completely perplexed. Then why the heck did I hear groaning and bed-crawling noises from my girlfriend's younger brother's room? I laid on the bed, completely awake but appearing to be sleeping, waiting for my girlfriend to return, and she climbed into bed and simply hugged me for about 20 minutes. I was asleep with my back to her. I didn't want to accept my girlfriend was doing anything with her younger brother that morning. I have faith in her, so I didn't question her where she was in the morning or anything else, and instead spent the day enjoying Christmas with her and her family. That's when I began to notice problems. I recall her little brother spending nights at my house because he told me he enjoyed playing with our dog. Every weekend, my girlfriend would pick him up and have him over. I recall arriving home one night and her younger brother was sleeping over at my house without my knowledge, and my girlfriend told me he had a dispute with their parents and wanted some time away from them. I'd come home and find my girlfriend doing laundry, washing our bedsheets when I had plainly just cleaned them the night before, and her younger brother was here sleeping on the sofa, and she'd tell me that I did a poor job cleaning the bed sheets. So I decided to look into it further. I pay mine and my girlfriend's phone bills, and I decided to look into the text messages she sent on her end. I had her younger brother's phone number, and I checked to see what messages were sent to him from my girlfriend's phone, and there was some strange things on there. My girlfriend would text me things like, "We can only do so while is at work. I'll tell you that you wanted to do something today, and I'll be home in a few hours. How did you come to be so good? I'm going to get a wax today," and I'm thinking, who the hell tells their younger brother they're going to get a wax? I haven't addressed my girlfriend yet, and I'm not sure how to do so. Because I don't want to come out as in a hole alleging things like this, and if I go to her parents, they'll simply think I'm nuts. Any input would be much appreciated. Update: I went to see my elder sister and her husband about the predicament I'm in, and they both believe what I said. My sister just urged me to chuck her out and dump her because she doesn't care what she does anymore. I still love her and don't want to accept it unless I have real evidence. I proposed security cameras from you guys, and they agreed it would be a good idea. I showed them the texts, and they were appalled with what they read. I'm going to install security cameras in my bedroom, but first I'm going to purchase a gun safe to make it seem unobtrusive in the morning, and then I'll install the security cameras so that they can view the gun safe, but most importantly, the bed, and I'll put one in the living room. My sister's spouses proposed that I give them a spare key to my home so that they may just drive by and feed my dog or anything. They advised that I find out the next time her younger brother visits my house so that when and if I happen to be working that day, they can try to catch me in the act. I'll try to keep you all informed. I don't want to think she's doing it, but I need to know the truth for my own sanity. Edit. Many people have questioned how I read the text messages, so here's how I do it. My partner and I both have iPhones that are linked to my iCloud account and are frequently backed up to the cloud. I can't access SMS text messages, but I can use my Mac, which has my iCloud account, to restore her phone's iCloud backup and restore that version onto my phone since they're both under my iCloud account, and I can see the iMessages she sent, which include both the iMessage and who it was sent to. Story 2. My wife told me she wants a divorce. I think she's been cheating on me. So this entire thing has been going on for a year now. We've been married for 5 years, together for 8, and have a kid, 3. Let me begin by stating that she 37 had troubles with her father as a child, and still does, that she is quite obstinate, and that she dislikes being forced to do things. She is also in her second marriage, having cheated on her previous spouse with an ex. When he caught her, she lied until he offered proof, then she confessed, and he booted her out. She was really guilty about it, but she moved on after I arrived. Now, our relationship has had its ups and downs, and we quarrel like any other couple, but I always want to hear her side of the story and work out how we can do things better in the future. Anyway, after a few days of arguing, she comes home one night after going out with a friend and says she wants a divorce, gives the ring back to me, and sleeps on the couch. This went on for a month until I purchased a bed for our office, which served as her bedroom. She handed me the main bedroom and told me I could have it. Then she told me she wants me to put the home in my name, which she claims she'll give to me, that she'll allow me spend as much time as I want with our kid as long as she gets a weekend day off, and that she'll do whatever to be away from me. However, she got downright rude at times, ranting and even swearing in front of our kid, even accusing me of being abusive and accusing me of gaslighting her. I know she texted a colleague nonstop, but I don't have the actual messages, therefore I don't have solid evidence of adultery. However, I once urged her to stop talking to him without identifying him, despite the fact that I knew his name, and she stopped texting him the next day. I put my foot down and said no more bickering in front of our kid, and she has been better over time, but I'm at a loss for what to do now. She still feels I'm this awful person who has abused her, or so she tells herself. I don't want to lose a part of my daughter's life, but how can I trust my wife if she never comes clean and is never remorseful? These days, she behaves respectfully toward me in front of our daughter but refuses to grasp my hand or do anything else that I believe is harmful to our daughter's well-being, not to mention my own. My 3-year-old has genuinely attempted to get us to embrace and be affectionate at times, which breaks my heart since she should not be subjected to any of this. I know our house is in shambles, but should I keep up this peaceful facade we've concocted in order to get our kid through these crucial years? Edit. She has made certain that we have both notified our families. I'm not sure what tale she gave them, but I communicate with my mother-in-law often, maybe more than she does, since she keeps her whole family at a remove. My mother-in-law desired the same thing I did, reconciliation. However, I don't see that occurring at this time. We found out about my mother and cancer laws a few months ago. It has since been removed, and she is now undergoing radiation therapy at the doctor's recommendation. That might be why wife altered her tone from nasty to friendly. However, there is no desire to improve things with me.